get started pretty soon. All right. I start in like 2 minutes. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. So yeah, warp ships. If you don't know, we got some boats around. We got some examples. Look around. All right. Let's start. I've got a special guest, but he's muted in Discord. So one second.
Hi.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm JimJabWay, and this is the King. We're we're ship boys. He taught me how to make ships a long time ago, but yeah. So we're here to show you guys how we do it. All right. So essentially, how I'm thinking that I'm gonna structure this is I'm gonna show some examples, talk about them a little bit, then just kind of go through the process of how we actually go about building ships. And we'll see. If we have time at the end, I'll try and actually build a ship, see how that goes. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoys. So over in the examples section, I've got I've got a couple of the ships that I've built. Yikes. Okay. So one thing that I want to, I mean, the one thing that I like to do when building ships is kind of doing something creative, doing something kind of outside the box, right? I mean, just like building a ship, that's all good, that's all great, but I uh I think that you can spice it up, you can take it to the next level, right? So I have this balloon ship. It's pretty clean. Oh, what am I doing? It's pretty nice. It's off axis. It's got some organic elements, right? And it's neat. It's not your everyday ship, and that's kind of what what I like doing in my personal projects. Just doing something that people they haven't really seen before, right? Or something new, some new ideas. Now, behind the ship with all these clouds, we've got this really big ship, and this was just kind of a personal project. I wanted to make some ridiculous ship with a crazy amount of sails on it, and this what I made. So it goes up to the height limit, I think. Yeah. Um, And yeah, so I mean, again, it's not realistic. It's more realistic than this cloud ship, but it's nice. Like it has enough realism to the point where it's not crazy. It's nice to look at, but it's also got some funky elements to it. Like, what are all those sails doing on there? I don't know. Ooh, people. Um, so yeah, like I'm saying, try and branch out when you're building ships. I mean, ships are all nice. They're all they're all pretty clean, but I think that you can often take them to another level, right? You just kind of want to get out there, do some interesting stuff, right? Do some conceptual building. Try try making it a little bit off axis, maybe make it a little bit more organic. How many sails? At some point I did, but when I built this, I mean, yeah, I can't remember now, but lots. Small ships are tough. Small ships I struggle with because it's hard to get the details and all the curvature and the shaping into a well into a ship of that scale. I enjoy doing bigger ships, but this big one's probably as big as I'd go for me personally. Anything bigger, that's maybe too big for me. Um, but yeah, small ships are definitely a struggle. You just gotta practice. You just gotta practice, and eventually you'll figure it out, right? Um, I like using reference images. I think that it helps you kind of get a feel for what you're trying to build, get a feel for what it should be looking like, and the thing I know Mark or the King
Hmm.
uh, doesn't like reference images. He says
Yeah.
they limit creativity. Well, I mean, I feel that, but
I mean, they're a good crutch for like when you're starting out how to build ships. It's a great way to learn and get good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good to get good, but I don't think you should let them limit you. Like, you see a reference picture of some ship and you say, okay, that's a nice ship, but I'm gonna take it and put it into the sky or something, or oh, I'm gonna do something cool with that, right? So just take the reference and just bring it to the next level. I don't know. I like it. Reference images are good, I think, especially when you're starting. So you get a good idea of this shaping, what you need to do, right? What other examples do I have? I've got some closer. Okay, right. So I've got well, this big island ship with the clouds around it. Again, something kind of conceptual, off axis. It's kind of organic looking, but yeah, I was making some sort of spawn for this. I had all my examples set up and the tutorials, and I'm like, oh well, maybe I should have some place for it to spawn. So I make some sort of island, and then the king says, "Hey, put sails on it." There you go. That's what you got to do. Just put sails on everything. It's great. It's fantastic. You can make anything into a ship.
Yeah. I think someone mentioned earlier a question about more modern ships, and I'd say for that, the big thing is getting down the hull, be it a new ship or an old ship. Um, the curves on the hull, and I'd say is the most important part on a ship to make it look as real or fake as you need.
Yeah,
Jim?
yeah. I agree. Sails on the clouds. That's the hottest idea I've heard. So next build, that's coming. That's
Okay.
actually pretty fire.
We should put sails on sails.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. So yeah, now we have this little schooner and this Viking ship here. The Viking ship, we have a tutorial lined up for that off to the side. So we're showing the whole building process. I don't know if I mean we'll probably have time to build a ship, but if we don't, the process is here. It's kind of it's kind of nice. It's got a nice detail, right? It's got this little dragon head. It's groovy, right? So again, I found a reference pic online, and the king and I just kind of went at it. And this little one here, this one's more realistic, right? It's nice. It's not too big. This is I don't make much of these ships. This is kind of like a first for me. This is also a pretty small scale, but I think it came out pretty well. Not too much detail on the hull or anywhere. But yeah, I just grabbed a reference pick and just went at it. A lot of this is trial and error. Like when I'm building a ship, oftentimes I don't know what I'm doing, and I just go and go and go at it until eventually something kind of at least half decent comes up. And yeah, you just have to know the process, I think.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Exactly. Fake it till you make it. That's some hot advice right there. But yeah, try and do some groovy things with your ships. Make them interesting. Make them saucy. Regular ships are nice too. All ships are nice ships, but hey, need the sauce. So I think that is more or less everything I have to say about these examples, unless anybody has some questions. Yeah, the clouds are super hot. Arios made them, and let me borrow them for my builds. But like, oh man, they are amazing. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the tutorials then. So just off to the side of the examples, we first got a line. Oh yeah, I'll get him. I'll get him on. So yeah, we've got the just kind of general process of building a ship. So step one, just make an outline, right? This is pretty much what we have. You want to pay attention to having good curvature, right? You don't want your hull to be too skinny. You don't want it to be too fat, right? You want nice curves, and that's I think one of the more common mistakes in the shipbuilding. Yeah, you want it thick. You want some curvature.
Real ships have curves.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Real ships have curves. So once you have this kind of step one basic outline, you're gonna move on to step two. Now this bit of a jump, but essentially what you're doing is making these sort of oval shapes, just connecting all the bits of the outline you made in step one together with these nice curves. Now, we've also curved the top of the hull here, given that a little bit of curvature, and then made these little, I guess, markers for the head and the tail that we were planning on doing. We didn't know how we were going to do it yet, but we knew that something was going to be there. So we just put something there for now, at least. But yeah, this is essentially how we do it. I've seen other shipbuilders fill the hull in different ways, but I don't know. This is how I do it. This is how I like it. You really make the hull shapes like this. Yeah.
Yeah, so the way I like to think about it is think of like when you're 3D printing or something, and you make it via layer by layer by layer. This is kind of like the same process. And this is a really great way to control the rough shape of your ship, because you can go out kind of far and you can see what it's roughly going to look like. And it's really easy to fix any mistakes. And at least we found it to be pretty efficient. After you, Jim.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick way. I think this also helps you get a better kind of visualization of how it's gonna look when it's all filled in, right? Because you already know how the curves are gonna go. I don't know. This front bit's kind of lacking. I think we forgot to fill that in. Whatever. Moving on. Step 3, just fill it in. Just fill it in. Easy as that. We expanded this little head bit, curved the tail back a little bit, but not a whole lot going on. Fill it in and then make sure that all your curves are nice, right? So we've changed some of these onion rings that are on step 2. We just made them look a little bit better, right? It's all about revision. You do it, see how it looks, and then if it's bad, then you just got to change it. You just got to roll with it. Step 4, a bit of a jump. There's a dragon head now. I don't know how we managed to do that. I can't build organics to save my life, but
it just happened.
Yeah, it's just trial and error. Exactly. You just keep at it. But yeah, this is, I guess, where you'd add some detail to your hull, or add a beak to your ship, like the thing on the front, or any sort of just kind of rough details in the general shape of it, right? So we can look at that or talk about that more a little bit later when we get to building a ship. Oh, smash for sure, for sure. This is a real hot dragon head. Step 5, adding more detail to the hull. Now this is kind of smaller details, as colors, shields in this case. On a different type of ship, you could add windows. You can have your little thing at the stern, the back of the ship. Yeah, railings, whatnot. Now, you want to, after this, you want to be planning out your masts. This ship only has one mast, so it's not too hard to plan out. So we just made a big long stack of wood, slapped the sail on that. Now, one thing you might notice is the mast doesn't go straight up. It goes up to some point, and then it kind of juts out one block, goes straight up again. Now that's because oftentimes you can't find one piece of wood that's like that tall in real life, so you just kind of attach them onto each other to extend it. That's what that is. Modern sci-fi designs.
I can cover that.
Maybe. Oh, you talked about that.
I can if you like.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't do modern and sci-fi that much, but the king's got more experience with that. You want to talk about that now?
Let's see. Wow, I wish I still had my stuff from when I was in Sunfury. That was a long time ago. We can talk. Let's first talk about the sails, because I think that's an important step.
Okay. So before we move on to step 7, we can explain how we make the sail. So back at step 1, beside that, you'll see the 3 easy steps of making any sail. This is what you got to do. Step 1, just like the hull, outline, right? You got to kind of get the basic shape, and you know what? If it doesn't look great, just kind of go with it. I find it's easier to revise what I've done than like build it perfectly the first time around. Perfect, whatever. Step 2, do these little loops, little circles, just like the hull. It's all the same, right? With sails, you want to give them poof. I like giving them poof, right? I want some strong winds. You want poof. You want curves. You want thickness. Well, actually, block thick is thick enough, but hey. And yeah, step 3, just fill it in after that and revise, right? Maybe these loops that you made here aren't great. You didn't see that when you hadn't filled it in. When you fill it in, you see, oh, okay, it's kind of bad. So just go at it. Just fix it up.
I guess we like to stress for any ship, new or old, what we found is a pretty efficient way is to just do a series of loops that are onion rings, as Jim liked to call it earlier, because that makes it really efficient to like do this sort of stuff really quickly and revise it.
Yep. I think this is the way to go with sails. I like the look of them. They're nice. They're poofy, and you can do a lot. The sides here, the edges of the sail, you can curve them in, curve them out, whatever you need to do, right? And you can always revise at the end to make it fit your ship. So that's essentially sails. We can build some of those later on, but let's just go back to step 7 of this Viking boat, and you'll see that we've already popped the sail in there. We've added some fence rigging and added little details like these lights on the mast and oars, the light on the tail, and a flag. I think that's all. But yeah, the step 7, the last step, is just final details. Hey, thanks. Um, yeah, so that's about it. That's about it. I think that's all I have to say for this example. We can quickly talk about some, I guess, just common mistakes, I guess. I don't know if I mentioned those yet. And then we can try and build a ship. Yeah, sound good. So, yeah, I think most of the common mistakes I touched on, or Mark did as well. Bad curvature. You want nice curves. You want a thick ship. Um, Sails as well. I like them poofy. I like the curves nice on the sails. Right. It's all about having these nice curves, just like organics. Not that I know a whole lot about that, but hey, don't worry about it. Uh, and also, this just kind of peeves me. Flags going all over the place, or like ships going like all over the place in builds, where you have like one ship facing the way that the Viking ship is facing, so the wind's blowing, to the front of the Viking ship. But then like right beside it, you got one going like the other way. It's like wait, which way is the wind blowing? What's going on, right? So I like consistency, and I try and do that. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but hey, sometimes you just gotta survive, go with the flow, right? Sometimes you can't have it perfect. A big fan on the back. Hey, that's some technology. I haven't evolved. I haven't advanced that far yet.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're a fan. You want an autograph? Also, flags. If they're on a mast like this, they should blow forward, not backwards, because the wind's blowing forward. That's why it's blowing into the sail. If it's blowing backwards, then like, what what's going on? Multiple sails. Um, I like on one mast. I make them all individually because they're all different sizes. Sometimes if I'm trying to do it pretty fast, then I just copy paste the masts and maybe tweak the sails a little bit. Looks like my sail's a little bit cut off on the left side. Oh well, oh well. Y'all get the gist of it. But yeah, if I'm trying to go quick, then I'll copy paste because whatever. You got to do what you got to do sometime. But yeah, I do change them a little bit.
Ooh.
Also, do I encourage the use of stairs and slabs? Uh, for hull detail, yeah, sure. Go for it. I mean, if it looks nice, just do it. Really, I don't think I should say, oh, don't use stairs, don't use slabs. Just do whatever looks nice. We have some stairs in the hull, I think. Yeah, like here, we have a couple of stairs. Yeah, if you put it in the water, it's kind of whack. But I guess you just got to deal with that. Um, I tend to avoid them on the bottom of the hull for that reason. But towards the top, that's not going to be in the water. So, you know, feel free to put them there. Just like I said, do whatever works, whatever looks good. So I think that's about it for this. Okay, if you want to say anything else.
I mean, it's hard because I guess we both do everything the same way, so it's nothing that you haven't said already. I guess the only difference between what you'd said and I'd say, or not even that, is I'll just reemphasize what Jim said. Use your creative license and experiment. Like what we're saying isn't like the definitive way to build ships. It's one of the many different ways that you can experiment with. Try it on your own time.
Yep. It's all about trial and error. It's all about doing your own thing and doing whatever looks good, right? So, is there a block that you not use in a ship? I mean, hey, if it looks good, put it in. I mean, yeah, you got these kind of greasy blocks like sponge and melon, but you know what? Sometimes that's just the way to go. Whatever looks good. I ain't gonna limit you. Um, Other questions? Okay. All right. I guess we can try to just kind of build a ship. You guys can watch, see the process, see how we kind of go about it. Yeah, this is pretty much every type of ship. I mean, obviously the shape's going to be a little bit different, but these are the steps for every ship. You just make an outline, make these onion rings, fill it in, add any details you need, color it, toss on your sails, or if you don't have sails, toss on whatever, and then just do whatever final details you have at the end. And that's pretty much the way to go about it. So once you know this, you can grab a reference image and just start going through these steps, and eventually you'll get there, right? So we can just try and make a ship right here. What do you say, the king? Here, I'm just gonna be past the sail example.
Alrighty. Be there in a jiff.
Be there in a jiff.
Alright, in the gym.
Oh, okay, you're here. You're here. Goodness. Oh, also, for rigging, I forgot to mention, if you don't know, you want to use the line brush for voxel. So we do stop BL or /BL and then V fence. So then you want to left click with your arrow, left click with your gunpowder, and that'll make a line. I guess I can show pretty quick. Right? So you just click between 2 points and you have a line, which is super useful for rigging. Also, there is the catenary brush, which I will demonstrate right here. Both sides of the ship should be, I mean, I flip it when I'm building it, so I just build half the ship and then flip it, so it's symmetrical. Yeah, symmetric. There's also, what was it, BR? Catenary fence. This thing? Let's see. Yeah. So I'll put the command, the brush, this brush, the catenary brush, which lets you build these kind of curvy lines, like so. So if you want to curve your rigging, do any sorts of curves like that, this is good. So the command br catenary, the first argument, of course, the block. The next one, the 1.2, that's like some sort of gravity factor thing. You can experiment with it. And 0 is the thickness. So 0 is going to be just one block thick like this. Now, what I do if I'm going to be using this for rigging is I use catenary and then I go in by hand and just kind of smooth it out a little bit, because maybe I'm not a huge fan of the way that it does it sometimes. I don't know. Well, yeah, I just kind of mess around with it afterwards just to make sure that it's looking tip top. But I find that using that brush helps me get kind of an idea of how the rigging or the curves should go, so then it's a lot easier to go in and just edit it by hand. Yeah. Make a happy little curve. All right, Mark. the king. Yo, I exposed you.
Oh no.
What you doing here? What you doing here?
Let's see. I think we're gonna make an airship, but we're gonna put a ram on it in the front.
Okay.
Because I felt like a really happy little doom ship.
Happy little ship. Okay. Okay.
See how it goes.
All right. See how it goes. That's the way to go. That's exactly the way to go.
Mm.
Oh boy. All right. How far back do you want this?
I think let's do 6-1 or 8-1. That might be nice. Fast boy.
8-1. Right. All right. All right. So yeah, when building with somebody else, you just gotta kind of go with the flow, right? So I'm kind of peeping what he's doing. I don't know how far back he wants this. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Show me. Show me. I'll start working on the bottom.
No, already.
On Discord. What is? That's a pretty fun. Yo, that's a boat. That's the big one I have in the examples. The big one in the back. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're just working on, like we said, step one right now. Just trying to get some sort of outline going on. That looks nice. But it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll always change it later on. Okay. Well, that's not gonna make it. Got it.
I know. Let's pull up abruptly. We're gonna put something fun down there, Jim.
Pull up what?
We'll leave it like that for a bit. I'll show you.
I was gonna put like a
Ooh.
okay, but not fence. All right. That's go for it. I'm gonna work in the front.
I'll get the butt. The butt. Not the bow, because that's the front.
Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy, what's going on? Here we go. Key boat terms, yes. Very key. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, make sure that you got nice curves. That's super important. You don't want it. You usually don't want it too thick at the back, kind of at the bottom, right? So I'm gonna try and keep it a little bit thinner than I have it at the front. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, once you've done enough of this, you won't really need a reference image right? You'll kind of have it in your head. You're like, okay, this is what it should look like. This is what I should do, and it goes pretty quick. So yeah, I like kind of jumping from spot to spot, filling in a little bit here, filling in a little bit there, and eventually joining it all together. Ooh. My favorite kind of ship to make. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, something something that is outside the box. Like I say, you got to make it interesting. You got to make it interesting. Um, but yeah, I like ships with sails. Not uh, I mean I don't build spaceships too much. Uh, that sort of stuff. Do I build other things than ships? Rarely. On occasion. These days I don't play Minecraft too much, so it kind of ends up just being ships all the time. But hey, that's the best thing there is, so can't complain. BR Spline, what does that do? I've never heard of that one before. It sounds like it can make sails, but I've never used it. Cloth. Okay. Well then, I'm. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then it sounds like it should be fit for sails. Yeah, I've never used it, so personally, I can't tell you. But I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't know what kind of result it'll give you, but give it a go. See what happens. Okay, so yeah, that sounds interesting. Could work for sure. It just merges lines and whatnot. Okay, I see. I see. All right. Right. All right. All right. So we're getting somewhere slowly, slowly. Yeah. If there's any more questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. We'll probably I mean, I might probably stay a little bit after the class ends and just kind of keep building. So I'll probably move to another room, but Discord channel. But yeah, I should be around for a little bit. Okay, that'll do. That'll do.
Hmm. I'd say the downside is we both like not talking when we build ships.
Yeah, yeah, just focusing too much. Do's and don'ts while building ships.
I pulled that image
Huh.
for you, Jim.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's looking kind of thick.
Too thick.
Do's and don'ts. Um, huh. You got any do's and don'ts, the king?
Um, well, I'd say don't rely on one method the whole time.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
like, like don't get stuck to one thing because then you won't ever grow your skills. Very cliche thing to say, of course.
But hey, it's true. True.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know what's going on out front here.
We can switch off. You can get the butt.
All right, see you later.
Jeez.
Yo, the rest is almost out. Wait, just a little bit more in the back here.
Well, if you want to add things to ship to make it look less boring, just think like, hey, it'd be cool if this was on it, and you just kind of do it.
Yeah.
I guess that an easy way to make it look not as bland is to stick it in the sky and make an airship. If you want to go to steampunk routes, toss propellers and stuff on it, and steam engines and all those little fun doodads.
Yep. Technical knowledge about ships. I used to know more than I do now. I've kind of forgotten, a little bit washed up, but hey, nothing I could do, nothing I could do. But for anatomy and whatnot, just Google a reference image, right? If you want to know how to do the proper rigging on these sails, just Google it. Google Images will tell you, and then just kind of don't put too much rigging on. I guess, right? Again, just kind of do whatever looks good. Um, that's how I feel. I mean, if you're making like a replica of a ship, okay, yeah, replicate it. But if you're just trying to do something for yourself, don't worry about making it too realistic. Just do as much as you think looks good, right? Too little might be too bland. Too much might be a little bit too cluttered. Okay, how's it going in the front? You filling it in? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, yeah, yeah. Dual looks good. Exactly. Yo, that's the top tier advice.
I guess the
Whatever works. All right.
Yeah.
I'll keep filling.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Look, if you've got imagination of a nutshell, as you say, you just gotta Google ships, and then Google like I don't know some concept art, and then think how can I make that concept art into a ship, and then there you go, easy peasy. Like I said, just put sails on stuff, and it'll be great. What do you do if you mess up? Messing up is good. That's how you learn, right? So the first time you do something, it's probably not going to be perfect, right? But just either scrap it, start again, or what I sometimes do if I'm trying to revise a build, I'll just copy it over, right? So save where I'm stuck, and then on the copy, on the duplicate of it, I just go ahead and um, just try new things, try and make it look good, and then if it looks good, I'll replace whatever I have or whatever I had was stuck on. Yeah, I'm past the tutorial, so past the sail. So you'll see the boat tutorial, then the sail, and then we're making a ship over here. But yeah, don't be afraid to mess up. It's all good. I can't build a ship like without going back and changing a whole lot of it. Do I have a YouTube channel? No. No, I do not. What do you mean by people who can't see the perfection of builds?
Ooh,
Too slow, too slow.
I'll get this side. Oh. Taking my job.
Hey. Too quick, I'm too quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we filled it in. How does it look? It's okay.
Let's say
It's all right.
underneath might need some touching up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do we want to add a bit of curvature to the top? Yeah. A couple of curves here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right.
Cool. Is that?
Okay.
Ooh.
Yo.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is maybe a spot where I'd consider using stairs or slabs for the hall shaping, right? Because it's kind of small scale up here now, so it's going to get kind of interesting. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but what trial and error. Got to figure it out somehow. Huh. Oops. Nice sales. The tutorial's right there. Exactly. But those are the steps. Those 3 steps. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Well, I mean, you will, but.
Oh yeah, okay, but if you keep at it with those steps, you can't go wrong. Eventually.
Eventually, you'll go right.
Exactly. Eventually, it'll kind of look like something. Okay. The front's looking pretty groovy. Exactly. Onion rings. Okay.
Like an onion.
All right. What's the plan for the back? Doing the same sort of thing. Up a little bit.
Just a sec. Doing a final check. Oh yeah, okay. Front's looking pretty nifty. All right.
Yeah, it's looking pretty hot.
Let's
I prefer thick boats. Gotta have that thickness. The interior, I usually leave it empty. But yeah, the king has done some ship interiors.
Oh boy. Well, I have to say it's definitely a lot of work. Not gonna lie. Like, uh, if if you're doing it just for like a creative build or something, I would avoid it. But if you're like, say you're doing like a commission for an art for a server or something, then it's definitely a good thing to make those interiors. Uh, there's a lot that goes into it. Honestly, I kind of just play by ear and build it as we go. What looks nice? What would you need in a ship? All that fun stuff.
You want something like this in the back or not? Is this the move?
All right, cool.
Maybe move it out a little bit more. Other non-Minecraft programs.
What?
I don't know. They work in Minecraft. That's all I've tested these techniques out on. But I mean, they could in other kind of like these
Mm,
voxel things. What kind of ship was this?
no clue.
We'll see. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
It's kind of like
Figure it
what
out.
we went off of earlier. Like, don't try to classify things. Just kind of go with the flow and see what comes up.
Yeah, exactly. Just yeah, it, it's thick. I can tell you that much. Uh, the stirring's gonna be a little bit tricky, but hey,
We'll make it work.
sort it out.
Okay.
Okay, just see how this lines up here. Okay, so that's the height we need. Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay. But yeah, it's all just trial and error. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it work. Like I kind of have an idea of the shape that I want in my head, but yeah, it's all about imagination. There, that kind of works. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Okay, I'll fill it in. Yeah, sometimes if I'm doing this sort of thing where I'm adding something onto the ship like this, I'll use a different block. So like I don't know, sponge or wool, so that way I can just replace it with air pretty quickly when I decide that I don't like it, without having to like, you know, worry about replacing the block that the rest of the ship's made out of. I mean, yeah. I guess this is a fantasy ship, but as the king was saying, just don't worry about classifying it. It is what it is. It's just trying to have a good time. There. Huh. Yeah, I fly around from time to time. Just try and look at it from different angles, make sure that it's all looking nice. Nothing is out of place. Yeah, making the back right now.
Shading. That's you, Jim.
Shading. So like just the colors that I'd use in it, because I mean it's pretty much the same as putting darker blocks in places that are darker.
I wouldn't say that's necessary. Just let the shadow effect do that for you.
Yeah, I mean, I like people do that in terrain, which is fine, but for ships, I don't know.
I mean, you do you.
Exactly, you do you. If it looks good, then go for it. Like that's the lesson of this masterclass. Just make it look nice. I don't know how, but like you can figure it out. No, but it's like yeah, don't limit yourself. If you have an idea, try it out. Who knows? It might be good. Okay.
You know what I'm thinking, Jim?
What do you think?
I think that I have this propeller that I've been working on, and the engine.
Okay.
We can put it on the back.
Okay.
It's right here. If you want to paste that baby in.
Where is it?
It's
Oh.
really hard to pull.
Yeah, we were making a propeller just before the class. Sure. I kind of want to change the yeah, block of it. Just so if we have to
I agree.
cut it out.
Let's put it in. Kind of make it fit.
Where do you want it? Where do you want it?
I'd say somewhere near the back.
You want you want one on each side too?
Yeah. We need more thrust. Like Kerbo.
Okay. No.
I'd say to push it in more. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. Bang. This thing is kind of big. Good gravy.
Oh dear.
But hey.
Alrighty.
Is this fine? Will it work? Probably.
Well, it's nifty.
Nifty. All right, that'll do. That's a pretty thick engine, but hey.
A lot of torque.
Why not? Okay. Continue. Up here. See what I can make happen. Okay. Now I'm gonna just quickly lay out the deck. Now there's gonna be another masterclass in here, so I will move to the let's see. I'll move to one of the panel rooms. And then yeah, I'll just continue doing this. Wait, never mind. Never mind. That's a lie. I'm not gonna do that. Wait. That was wait. Never mind. I tricked some people, but look, no one leave. It's all good. Hold on. I'm gonna. Some guy went to the panel room. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Turns out we're fine in here. So yeah. Continuing. So I'm gonna make the deck right up to the